Hi, I'm Laurie Yitkin. I'm a certified divorce financial analyst, also known as a CDFA, practicing throughout California. I want to introduce you to my premium package for executive level women, also for women entrepreneurs, women leaders. So this package contains everything in my mediation money mentor package. I encourage you to watch that video that describes that package. But why I've created this package is that in my experience of working with high achieving women, there are some issues that I think if you're a high achieving woman that you can really benefit from digging deep into those, getting the deep dive and that stuff. And what I've noticed is that a lot of my clients are working crazy hours. They're also parenting. They're also taking care of logistics in the home. They may be having to take kids to sports or going to the sports activities and so forth. They may even have aging parents. You just don't even have time to get divorced. Let's be real. You have no time in your calendar. And the stress is that you're the higher earning spouse or perhaps the only earning spouse, and you are overwhelmed and spooked by the possibility of having to pay spousal support. You do not have time to Google articles on all this stuff, listen to podcasts, watch YouTube videos. You need to make informed strategic decisions in this divorce, not emotionally driven ones. And you need someone who understands your level of complexity and it can help you make smart moves and fast. You're the CEO of your life. Guess what I am? I'm your chief divorce officer. So just imagine if we worked together and you were able to walk into a meeting with your lawyer or your mediator already knowing exactly what you want and why, because you've done the homework, you've received the right advice, you've mapped out your financial future with confidence. You are managing this divorce like a business because you have to. It's just too important. You can't wing it. So this is a high-touch service designed for ambitious, high-achieving women who need a personalized divorce financial strategy at a premium level. So you get everything in the Mediation Money Mentor package plus a richer experience, a deeper experience focusing on financial literacy and wealth preservation. So again, this includes everything in the Mediation Money Mentor package, but I've also included 5 60-minute sessions on 5 topics that I think are crucial for high-achieving women, high-earning women. And so let me tell you what those are. We will spend a session going through line by line your recent tax return because I want you to know how taxes impact your negotiations. They impact property division, they impact spousal support, they impact child support indirectly because we're talking about you've got to understand what your after-tax disposable income is as well as your spouse's. And when you are retiring, when you are dividing brokerage accounts, there's embedded capital gains liability, retirement accounts are taxed differently, the house is taxed differently. You really need to know some of these tax issues. You don't have to be a CPA, but you gotta have a baseline understanding. Now, number 2, the second session, since spousal support is again just freaks everyone out. I mean, the high achieving, high earning women, that's the first thing they say to me, Laurie, do I have to pay spousal support? So, a judge can order monthly spousal support, but there are creative options that you can negotiate with your spouse through mediation or even with just 2 attorneys who are trying to work a deal and settle. Some of those include negotiating a fixed term, a fixed number of years, a step down where you start out spousal support at a higher amount and step down lower as your spouse or soon-to-be ex-spouse becomes more self-supporting through work. You can negotiate a cap on spousal support. You can even do a lump sum buyout of spousal support so you don't have to send monthly checks or ACH withdrawals and transfers. If you feel your spouse is under earning, we can talk about imputation of income or even a vocational evaluation for your spouse. So this is really important to understand all the options that are out there with spousal support. Look, you've built wealth and you need, this is session 3, unless you're really a savvy investment person who's doing all their own trades and stuff, and some of you are, you're adding money to these accounts. I want you to understand, are you allocated properly? Maybe you're allocated properly today while you're married, but how is this going to have to be allocated differently to fit in your future? Are you going to need some of your brokerage account to be generating income that you can spend because you're going to be paying spousal support, potentially child support? Or are you really going to be really investing for your future? I can't give you investment advice in this role, but I can certainly educate you about the investments you have and some things to think about going forward. Session 4, we're going to brainstorm with your lawyer, if you have a lawyer, or if you're in mediation, you may have a consulting attorney. Let's the 3 of us get on a Zoom call and start mapping out your strategy and timeline so we're all on the same page. And then once the settlement agreement is signed, it's really important that you look at that settlement and you do what it says. So there's going to be post-divorce actions that have to be done, like a qualified domestic relations order to divide the retirement accounts. You may need to transfer things. You may be one of the folks who gets restricted stock units or stock options at work, and you may have to be distributing those or a portion of those to your spouse as they vest every 3 months, 6 months, or annually. So that's very important. So this is a premium package, and because of that, I give as a bonus, I give you VIP access to weekend appointments with me if you simply don't have time to meet during the week, and you may very well not have time to meet during the week, and that's not something that I offer. Weekend appointments is not something that I offer the mediation money mentor package participants. So in summary, the package includes up to 5 hours of meeting time for the mediation money mentor package, and then we're going to have these 5 one-hour sessions on these items I've discussed, these issues. And if you do end up needing more than those 10 hours, I bill by the hour at $300 an hour, and the fee for this is $3,375. The Chief Divorce Officer package. I throw in a lot of great stuff here. It's a great value, and I think it's really important. You have a lot at stake. You have a lot of wealth that is going to have to be shared, and you're going to need to rebuild that wealth. So anyway, thanks for watching, and you can always reach me to schedule a 15-minute phone call to see if this package is the best fit for your situation. Laurie Itkin, CDFA, practicing throughout California. You can find me at theoptionslady.com.